Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Buffaloed. And this is a Zoey Deutch-led kind of crime comedy that centers around a young woman who's a con artist in Buffalo. This film is very Buffalo. Like, there's a lot of love and care that goes into the city of Buffalo in this, which I found was really interesting because it really felt like the city was its own character, and I know that's cliche to say, but usually you hear that about like New York City or Paris, but Buffalo, New York? Thought that was an interesting take. But Zoey Deutch plays this con artist, and she's dealing with trying to recoup debt from people, and she gets involved in this seedy underground, yet she's falling for this lawyer who is judging her life choices, and her mother, Judy Greer, who's judging her life choices. What this film lives and dies on is Zoey Deutch, and she is a really, really charismatic lead, and I really enjoy her a lot in films. I enjoyed her a lot in the film Flower. Wasn't the hugest fan of the film overall, but she really made it for me to enjoy it as much as I did. This film, she brings so much to the table, and Tanya Wexler, who's the director here, gives a lot of style. This very much feels like a film that has come out after The Big Short. There's those moments where like cutscenes and like Zoey Deutch is explaining all these financial things in a snappy way. And I feel like there's just going to be a lot of that moving forward, similar to how like Tarantino had Pulp Fiction. Everybody made a Pulp Fiction-y kind of film. And there's been so many Big Short kind of films coming out recently, including Bombshell. And this film does those things in a meaningful enough way. I think, because this is only like an hour and 35 minutes, there could have been more effort put into developing more depth into some of the relationships, and some of the other characters, because basically at the center you have Zoey Deutch's character, Peg, but you don't get a whole lot of depth out of a lot of the other characters, but there's a good performance. Like, Jai Courtney gives a fun performance in this. Weird. And Judy Greer, as always, gives a lot into her role here. And in the end, there's twists, there's turns. You probably could telegraph what exactly is going to happen. There can be some violence and some really aggressive scenes throughout the film, but I enjoyed the comedy. I've especially enjoyed Zoey Deutch in this film. She really made it worthwhile to watch it. But in general, it's a fun time. I enjoyed Buffaloed, and I would definitely recommend this. It's streaming now on Hulu. But those are my thoughts on Buffaloed. What do you think? Comment below, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.